Zone 2 training is, well, let's be honest, pretty boring. You're just sitting at a steady power, trying to stay in the right heart rate zone. And you'd think that if you keep your power consistent, your heart rate would follow.
However, heart rate can be affected by other things as well, like stress, hydration, or even a simple conversation. Shortly after I've started speaking, my heart rate will start to rise, and it will take time until it stabilizes again.
Just talking briefly can send your heart rate soaring, completely disconnecting it from the actual effort. It takes time to settle again. And look, even drinking can cause a noticeable spike. All of this makes it hard to keep your training on track. To understand this behavior and eventually control it, I built a simple model in Simulink. Simulink is a tool by MathWorks that lets you visually simulate systems using block diagrams. I used the transfer function to model how a change in power, the input, affects heart rate, the output. A time delay was needed too, since heart rate doesn't respond instantly. And I added an offset to account for my resting heart rate during low effort riding, around 110 beats per minute. Here's what happens. Power increases instantly, but heart rate takes some time to catch up. The goal now is to control heart rate by adjusting the power. We've already built the wider model, which takes power as input and outputs heart rate. We calculate the error between the target heart rate and the actual heart rate, then multiply it by gain. The idea is simple. If there's an error, the system increases or decreases the power proportionally. In reality, there usually is a constant error between the target and the real heart rate. To mitigate the steady-state error, we can integrate the error over time. The resulting heart rate follows the target more accurately, even when there are disturbances. To improve the controller even further, we can include the rate of change in heart rate over time. This helps to reduce overshoot and make the response smoother. This controller successfully controls the power to achieve the target heart rate with minimal overshoot, even when there are disturbances in the system. We can use this method to implement a Python program that can connect to a power trainer and read the heart rate. When starting the tool, you first need to search for available power trainers and heart rate monitors and connect to them. Each device is safe for the user, and at the next time you start the tool, it will try to reconnect automatically. To determine the control power meters for the PID controller, the FTP value of the user needs to be set. After that, the test sequence can be run. In the test sequence, we measure the step response of the heart rate. It begins with power level set to 60% of the rider's FTP. Once the heart rate has stabilized, the power is increased to 90% of the FTP. The heart rate should then follow the shape of the model we built in Simulink. A short delay followed by a rapid rise that gradually levels off. When the heart rate has remained stable for 30 seconds, the test ends and the control parameters are calculated. The parameters of the controller are calculated based on the Heens, Rohns and Reswick model. Those parameters are not perfect, but they give a good starting point. The test only needs to be done once, and the parameters are saved for the user. After that, you can set a target heart rate. ERG mode on the power trainer is activated automatically when the cadence exceeds 60 RPM. The power increases gradually until the target heart rate is reached. Once there, the system continuously adjusts the power to respond to even small disturbances. However, it doesn't keep the heart rate perfectly stable. That's because the system is unpredictable and there's a significant delay between a change in power and the resulting change in heart rate. The target heart rate can be changed at any time during the workout. As expected, when the target is increased, the power rises sharply to reach it as quick as possible. Thanks to the controller settings, the heart rate may overshoot slightly, but it stabilizes again shortly after. After increasing the target heart rate to 116 BPM, the rise in power is again very noticeable. This time, however, power and heart rate don't reach a stable equilibrium. Instead, the power starts to oscillate around a fixed value, causing the heart rate to do the same. In situations like this, the aggressiveness of the controller can be adjusted using the slider in the GUI. Decreasing the aggressiveness reduces the control parameters, resulting in smaller power changes. This can make the ride feel easier, especially when increasing the target heart rate, since the power ramps up more gently. On the other hand, increasing the aggressiveness leads to larger power adjustments, helping the system reach the target heart rate more quickly. When the target heart rate is lowered, the power decreases accordingly. This often causes the heart rate to dip below the new target, followed by a small increase in power to correct it. In this case, I increased the aggressiveness of the controller. You can see that the power profile becomes less smooth, but the system still manages to reach the new target. When the workout ends, the tool automatically generates a graph showing power, heart rate, and target heart rate over time. All metrics are also saved in a JSON file for later analysis. The main advantage of heart rate-based training becomes clear in this clip. That day, my heart rate was unusually high due to external factors. A power-based workout would have pushed it even higher. But the controller adapted to the condition and reduced the power to keep my heart rate on target. In this case, the tuning was spot on. The target was reached quickly with minimal overshoot. Overall, the performance of the controller depends on how well the control parameters are estimated during the step response test. If the heart rate monitor isn't accurate or if there are too many disturbances during the test, the resulting parameters may not control the heart rate reliably across the full range. In some zones it might work well, but in others it could start to oscillate. However, when the step response yields a good estimation, the controller can track the heart rate fairly accurately. Heart rate-based training is especially useful for low-intensity days or during recovery phases. But for structured workouts, power-based training still offers better precision and consistency. The GitHub page is linked in the description. Feel free to try it out. Thanks for watching.